Okay, in this video we're going to talk about porn. Porn is surrounded by a lot of misconception. Means some people believe that it's the best thing which could ever happen to their sexuality. Some people believe that it can destroy your sexuality. And actually, both of them are right. Porn could be a tool or a weapon. And in this video, we're going to talk about when porn could be dangerous and when porn could be useful for your sexuality. Okay, let's start with a positive why. Sometimes you can watch porn, find some inspiration, find some new ideas, find what you actually love in sex, and use it to make your sexuality a more interesting place. So borrowing the ideas from porn and bringing it to your sexual life is something definitely positive. Also, porn helps us to get aroused when we are speaking about masturbation. And sometimes we can use porn to arouse ourselves and our partner. So it can be a tool for us to get aroused, to start our sexual activity. Also, sharing opinions about porns with your partner can be a very bonding experience because we're not really doing it in our everyday life, and it can be about showing your vulnerability to your partner, about discussing what she or he really loves in sex. And actually, when it's not so easy to explain in words, they can show you the video. So porn can be a very good thing. It can teach you what you like in sex, showing you different examples, and when you are able to choose what works best for you. It can make the sexual life of your partner better because you will be able to show one to another what makes you feel aroused, what could be interesting to try. And now I'm gonna add some negative vibe. When porn can be a problem. Okay, the golden rule: if you would better watch some porn rather than have some sexual intercourse, it can be a problem. Why it can happen like this? Opening some porn site is an easy action. While making some movements, trying to communicate with your partner, trying to get you both aroused, it's a hassle. As the porn is highly accessible and you can open your laptop or open your smartphone and watch it anywhere. And while sexual intercourse takes some courage, takes some hustle, you need to go out, you need to communicate with someone. So it's much more difficult process for your brain. Although it's a very logical thing, why should I go somewhere to do something complicated, to talk to people, to be at risk and being rejected, to be at risk of losing erection, to be at any kind of risk at all, if I can just open my laptop and stay at home? If this is a pattern you have all the time, so if you always prefer to watch porn over trying to have some intercourse, it can be a problem. Because while intercourse gives you human connection, gives you more information about your body, gives you more information about your partner body. So as porn is accessible and effortless, and going out and seeing people, communicating with them, being at risk of being rejected, is a complex thing. We are at risk of stopping, making any effort, making any attempt to go out and see other people, and to stay at home watching porn all over the time. So if you don't have any motivation inside of you to go out and see people and try to live your sexual life with someone, and instead you are just keep watching porn, it can be a red flag. So please pay attention to this. Another problem that can happen is that we can find any kind of porn in the internet, including very narrow porn. We can end up watching only this very narrow type of porn, and we can be centered around this specific interest, which could be very difficult to find in our everyday life. And what happens? Our sexual strategies become very narrow. We teach our brain that we are interested only in this very narrow interests, very narrow fetish, and we cannot have it in our bigger life. We are not interested in anything except for this very, very specific thing. So if you are watching some very specific porn, especially if the specifics cannot be met in a real world, it's your red flag. More expanded sexual strategies, more expanded sexual interests you have, including sexual interests in porn, more stability in your sexual life you can have. The next red flag is when you have an anxiety because you are unable to watch porn. It's okay when watching porn is fun. It's not okay when porn destroys some of your functional partners. If you have anxiety because you are unable to watch porn, you would better see a specialist. And the same red flag happens when you are unable to fall asleep if you didn't watch porn. If watching porn influences your sleep pattern, you would better see the specialist. And the last thing I would like to highlight is when you are having sexual intercourse with your partner and you keep comparing yourself and your sex or your partner with someone you have seen in a porn, it means that you have a problem. It's not kind of a red flag, but I would always love you to remember that porn is an industry. It's professional people who are doing professional things, which is filmed especially to make you love the picture. And I hope that in your sexual life, you are making it not for picture, but for your and your partner's pleasure. So at the end of the day, if your porn consumption makes your sexual life more interesting, more fulfilled, give you some new ideas, it's a good thing. And you should keep on doing like this. If your porn consumption disturbs your functionality, doesn't let you fall asleep, gives you anxiety, if you keep comparing porn and your sexual life, you probably need to reconsider your porn consumption alone or with a specialist.